Good morning, students. Today we continuation Unit 1 Diversity of Living World. So in previous class we learnt what is biology and what is zoology, introduction of zoology. So today we continuation in part 1 Unit 1. So what is biology? The study of living things is called as biology. So the term was coined by French scientist Lamarck in 1809, and the father of zoology is called as Aristotle. So let us see in Unit 1. So we have one subtopic, that is the branches of zoology. So in these branches of zoology, we can study it approximately 10 branches. So first one is the taxonomy. So in this taxonomy, first of all, we can identify the organism and the nomenclature and the classification of organism. So this is called as taxonomy. So whenever we see that organism, is this snake or is this frog or is this bird, so or something else, so this is identification of organism and put it a name, so that is called as nomenclature, and dividing into subclasses. So is this belongs to Pisces, or is this belongs to reptiles, or is this belongs to aves, so something else. So this is called as taxonomy. So the term taxonomy was coined by A.P. de Candolle. So this is the most important for the EAMCET and NEET bits. So second branch is the morphology. So in this morphology, we can study it about the size and shape and color of organism and the various of organisms and the non-visible things. So internal parts. So that is the tissues and organs and organ systems. So based on the visible of organisms and non-visible of organisms, so this morphology can be divided into two types. One is the external morphology and the second one is the internal morphology. So now we focus on external morphology. So it is the study of external characters only of an organism. So in this way only we can see from out of the organism. So that is called as external characters of the organism. So this is called as external morphology. And the second one is the internal morphology. So this is the branch deals with the study of only internal structures. So these may be dividing into mainly two types. One is the anatomy and the second one is the histology. So anatomy. So in this anatomy, the study of internal arrangements of different organs, so and organ systems. So we can observe with the naked eye. So whenever we see in internal parts, so where is the liver can be located, and where is the lungs can be located, and where is the kidneys can be located, and where is the intestine can be located, and where is the brain can be located. So in this way, so we can observe with the naked eye. So that is the study of the different types of organs is called as anatomy. And second one is the histology. So in this histology, we can't see with our normal vision. So this can be very minute in level. So that's why the study of the different tissues. So what is the tissues, Nana? So our body made up of some millions, some crores of the cells. So the together cells is called as tissue. So the tissue is located in that liver and kidneys and something intestine and brain and something ovaries. So the study of different types of tissues. So in this, these tissues cannot be seen for normal vision. So these can be seen under the only microscope or electron microscope. So that's why the branch is also referred as microanatomy. So micro means so very minute in level. So that's why this is called as microanatomy. And the third branch is called as cytology. So what is the cytology, Nana? So in this branch, the study about the cells and cell organelles. So we are studied about the cells and cell organelles. So in this way, in your school standards already you are studied, Nana. So difference between the plant cell and animal cells. So in this way, already you are learned the structure of cell. So in this structure of cell, nucleus is present, and mitochondria and ribosomes and lysosomes and Golgi complex. So this is called as cell organelles. The study of cell and cell organelles is called as cytology. So these cell is the mainly structurally functionally unit of the living organism. So in this cytology, and the next one is the fourth branch is called as physiology. So in this way, study of different body functions and process. So what is the, how is the heart is functioning and how is the lungs is functioning. So in this way, so the body organs and how it's functioning and how it's processing, how can blood circulation and how can the urine can be formation through the kidney. So this is the study is called as physiology. And fifth one is the branch is called as embryology. So it's the study of the fertilization and cleavages and early growth of different of zygotes. So an embryo. So whenever the uterus condition, so mother uterus condition, so after fusion of male and female gametes, so formation of the zygote, and in this zygote some cleavages, so or some divisions can be occurred. So one cell can be divided into two cells, and 2 can be divided into 4 into 8, 16, 32. So this is called as, in science terminology, cleavages. So after the cleavages, the embryo can be gradually development can be occurred. So this embryonic development, the study of the embryonic development process after birth is called as study about that embryology. So here you can see in diagrammatic representation, Anna. So fish, chicken and pig and humans. So in this way, so the zygote can be formation. After that zygote can be that can be cleavages can be occurred. Gradually the embryo can be development. So gradually completely in mother uterus the embryo was development, right? And the next one is the sixth branch is called as evolution. So the study of origin of life and the continuation genetic adaptations to the organism environment. So generally we can see in that example compared to the bears. So already you are well known about that bears. So these bears in tundras area, so in very whitish in structure and very the skin is very thick in structure, so the blubber can be formation. Why? Because so these bears their body adaptations can be changed to the cold environment. So whenever we compare to the tropical bears, so these tropical bears completely dark in structure and also very black in structure, so and very thin compared to the tundras bears. So that is the tropical condition environmental adaptations, they can be changed. So here the adaptations, the genetic adaptations of organisms to the environment, so that is the called as the evolution. So these evolution, the word of the organic evolution coined by the Herbert Spencer. So this is the most important for the MCET and need bits. So like next one is the paleontology. So the study of the fossilized remaining organisms past geological ages is called as paleontology. So you are already seen in school standards textbook. So this is called as dinosaur. So these dinosaur now not present, now we can't see. So this is already extinct organisms. So the study of the fossils of organisms is called as paleontology. So depending on the plants and animals, that may be dividing into two types. If in case the study of the fossils of plants is called as paleobotany, and the study of fossils of animals. So here the study of fossils of animals. So dinosaur fossils. So the study of animals, fossils of animals is called as paleozoology. Next, eighth one is called as branch is ecology. So this is the ecology, the study of living organism, relation other living organism, biotic and abiotic environmental factors. So here you can see Nana. So all are living organism biotic factors and their relationship between the abiotic factors. Abiotic factors means so water. So these are the abiotic factor, and air and temperature. So these are the abiotic factors. So biotic factors, living organism, their relationship between to the abiotic, so non-living organisms, so in the environment, so that is called as ecology. So the ecology term was coined by the Ernest Haeckel. So this is most important for the EAMCET and NEET bits. And the ninth one is genetics. Interesting, Nana. So genetics is the study of inheritance characters from one generation to next generation. So our elders talking that you have some grandmother characters, you have some your uncle characters, you have some mother characters. So what is that, Nana? So these genes can be transmitted to one generation to another generation. So grandparents is the one generation, and next one is the parents is one generation, and the next one is the child is one generation. So here the inheritance, the heredity is the, and the variations can be some occurred, Nana. So the genes can be transmitted one generation to another generation. So the study of the genes and inheritance is called as genetics. So this is the word, the genetics word is termed by coined by William Bateson. And the final branch is the ethology. So here ethology means the study of animal behavior. So based on the systematic observation, recording, analysis of function of animals with special attention to the physiological, technical and evolutionary aspects in called as ethology. So here you can see in the study of animal behavior, Nana. So behavior means we have mainly two types of organisms. One is the wildlife organisms and domestic animals. Some wildlife animals behavior is very aggressive in nature, and some of the domestic animals very friendly in nature with the humans. So in this way, which type of animal, so some different types of animals have some different types of behavior. So this is the study of animal behavior. So this is called as ethology. So this is the ending of part 1, branches of zoology. So we will continuation, we will learn a new topic in